Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out, which means that all small efforts leads to our goal, leads to success. Hello everyone, hope you all are fit, fine and good, and you had a great summer break. We are back again with another video focusing on the important topic. So let's start with our new session. Come on. Okay, class 10th. Now we will be continuing with our chapter number 7, Theory of Demand, in which earlier we have discussed about the meaning of demand, the demand law. Now we will be continuing with the topic movement along a demand curve and shifts in the demand curve. First is change in quantity demanded, that is movement along the demand curve. In this, one thing you have to keep in mind is that movement always happens because of increase or decrease in the prices, which means that in this movement along a demand curve there is change in the price, means the prices of the quantity demanded always changes, due to which contraction and extension of the demand happens. Let us read it out. Extension and contraction of demand. The demand of a product does not remain constant, means in this the demand does not remain same, it does not remain still, static, fixed, but keeps on changing due to various factors. If the quantity demanded changes due to change in the price only, price is the main factor in the movement, because movement happens only and only when there is change in the price. When there is a movement in the price, there is a movement in the quantity demanded as well. I am going to explain you through this diagram which I have created for you. Movement along demand curve. You know that this is the OY axis, correct? We have two axes. This is the origin point O. We have OY axis and OX axis. The OY axis always represents us the price, and the OX axis always represents us the quantity demanded. Now it says that when the prices were P, these are the original price. It says that when the prices was P, the quantity demanded was Q, correct? And it gave us D. It gave us demand D. It says that when the prices were P, the quantity demanded was Q and the demand curve which was derived as D. Further it says that now the prices have decreased. Now the prices have decreased from P to P1, which leads to increase in the quantity demanded from Q to Q1, which says extension of demand. Extension means increase in the demand, increase in the quantity demanded. Due to what? Due to decrease in the prices of the commodity. And we derive D1 from this situation. Next it says that prices were P. Now it has increased from P to P2, correct? It has increased from P to P2, which says that the quantity demanded has decreased from Q to Q2. It has decreased from Q, quantity demanded Q, to Q2. And the demand curve which we will derive from this situation is D2. Correct? So contraction means decrease in the quantity demanded. Because of what? Because of prices. Correct? Prices is the main factor over here in what? In movement along demand curve. Correct? Next we come to changes in demand, that is shifts in the demand curve. One thing to keep in mind over here is that prices will remain the same. Prices are constant over here. The other factors can increase and decrease the quantity demanded. Now those other factors can be preference, change in the preference, change in the taste, change in the season, etc., etc. Correct? Let's read it out. Increase and decrease of demand. If the change in demand of a product takes place due to any factor other than the price of the product, you get this highlighted one. Demand of a product takes place due to any factor other than the price of the product, then it is called increase or decrease of demand. Correct? This phenomena is shown by a shift in the entire demand curve, this, which I am going to explain you with this. Shifts in demand curve. Now it says that prices, again OY axis and OX axis, we have two axes, correct? This axis shows prices and this axis shows us quantity demanded. Now it says that when the prices were P, this is P, the demand was D, and we were getting this curve, this demand curve, as D. Now it says prices are the same, but due to any other factor, it can be say taste, correct? The taste have changed, so consumers have shifted, have increased their demand, okay, have increased their demand for certain product, for certain commodity, say tulsi, correct? These days we have to boost our immunity, so for that we have to consume tulsi. So the prices are the same, but the consumer have increased their demand, and the demand which we have derived from this increase is D2, from D to D2, correct? From D to D2, price is remaining the same, correct? This is showing us the increase. Next, decrease. Decrease means prices remaining the same due to certain problems or due to certain reasons, due to certain factors. The consumers can decrease their consumption of tulsi. Maybe they have boosted their immunity to a certain level and they have decreased their consumption for tulsi. So they have decreased from D to D1. Okay, from D to D1. This is decrease, correct? So one thing which will be constant in this, in shift in demand curve, is prices. Our prices will never change in shifts in demand curve, correct? I hope this is clear to you with the help of these diagrams. Next is difference between extension of demand and increase of demand. This is caused only by change in own price of the commodity. Extension will happen only when its own prices are changing. Increase is caused by change in determinants other than own prices. I told you that other factors except the prices. Second is decrease in own price of the commodity is the only cause. It may happen due to one of the several causes like increase in income, decrease in prices of contemporary goods, complementary goods, or increase in the prices of substitute goods, etc. Diagrammatically, this is shown as a downward movement, and diagrammatically this is shown as a upward or rightward shift in the demand curve. Contraction and decrease. Contraction of demand and decrease in demand. This is caused only by change in own price of the commodity. This is caused by change in determinants other than own price of the commodity. increase in own price of the commodity is the only cause, as I have explained you in that diagram. It may happen due to one of the several causes like decrease in income, increase in price of the substitute goods, etc. So grammatically, this is shown as an upward or right to left movement of the same demand curve, and grammatically this is shown by downward or leftward shift in demand curve. Correct? So we have covered one very important topic, movement along demand curve, movement along the demand curve, and this is shift in the demand curve, difference between the extension of demand and increase in demand. Correct? Now I want you to go through these topics, and in the next session we will be covering our kinds of demands. Okay, so if you finish reading up with this topic, I want you to go through these kinds of demands and we will discuss it in the next session. Till then, stay safe, be happy, bye bye.